Today's a reaction video day. We're going to be checking out some of the first impressions that are dropping for Marvel Spider-Man 2. This is coming from content creators and media publications that were able to attend the preview event hosted by PlayStation and Insomniac earlier this week on September 12th. Now, my hope is that along with the unique perspectives, that the gameplay and footage that we see is going to be personalized to each person that we watch. Sometimes in these situations, the studios provide the same clips and gameplay footage to everybody who's going to be dropping impressions so as not to give away too much for the game. But I don't know, my hope is that along with the unique perspectives that we're going to get with all these different impressions dropping, that we'll also get to see little details that maybe not everyone saw in each of their respective playthroughs. I gotta head out of town soon, so I'm gonna try to get a couple of these, but I might have to split them up into separate videos. If you're super hyped to get in it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, share the video with your friends, and let's get into it. All right, first up, we're gonna be checking out Evan Filarko, one of the founders of the Spidey Squad. I'm excited to check out his impressions. He's got a premiere set up, so that's why I wanted to do his first. Still got a few minutes for his start, so I'm just gonna kick my feet up and get ready for some good content, baby. First, we gotta make sure to drink some water. Stay hydrated, folks. Move myself out the way. Comments are already going to. Everybody's already in here. Y'all see? Y'all see? Folks getting hype. Now see here, it says exclusive gameplay. I'm hoping what that means is that this is Evan's own personal gameplay, okay? They could have given exclusive footage that's new, no one's ever seen, to all the same people, but we won't know until we watch a few of the other first impression videos. All right, y'all, we got less than 1 minute. Let's get after it. It's gonna be great. I'll do my best to not be pausing a lot during this, and I might go back with his since it is live, but the ones that we do after this, I'll be pausing and giving my thoughts throughout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, there's a waiting screen. Oh, another waiting screen. Oh man, I'm gonna skip ahead for you guys through this. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I guess it makes sense. He wants to make sure people got enough time, they don't miss it. Music kind of fire though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm vibing. All right, everyone. Here we go. Evan, by the way, this intro was a vibe. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I enjoyed it. The intro was a vibe. Starting soon was great. Oh, snap. Make sure y'all can hear it.
Welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another extremely exciting episode of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 101. And this, without a doubt, is the 101 video that you've all been waiting for.
Okay, so this is a lot of what we saw yesterday.
Right off the bat, an unbelievably ginormous sized thank you to PlayStation for personally flying me out to Los Angeles, California.
Congrats to him and everybody who got to participate.
People in the entire world to get my hands on Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Where during this preview event, I was able to play through a good portion of Marvel Spider-Man 2 for over 2 hours straight.
Oh my god, 2 hours?
I was actually able to play through the entire PlayStation Showcase demo that we saw all the way back in May, as well as experience a wide variety of some of the game's story missions and open world content. Not to mention that the game's playable build at the preview event was still a work in progress.
Oh, so it's not the final product.
We'll see throughout this entire video of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is B-roll footage that was captured by PlayStation. So even though I will be describing certain things from my experience playing the game that may not appear during this B-roll footage, just keep in mind that all of this gameplay was captured by PlayStation themselves.
Okay, so maybe they captured his gameplay, but
over at PlayStation
no, I think that means that everybody's gonna have the same footage.
And especially a sensational sized thank you to
but I'm glad he's able to talk about it
for making this one Spider-Man fan's dream become a reality. So if you're someone like me who's
congrats is fire.
Spider-Man 2 and is pretty much counting down the days until October 20th
God, this looks so good.
Then definitely be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for any major Marvel Spider-Man 2 content in the future. Now, before I go on to fully break down my personal biggest takeaways when playing Marvel Spider-Man 2, I do want to begin with highlighting some of the biggest cons that I actually experienced in my time playing the game.
It's gonna start with the cons. We're gonna start with the bad.
specifically playing as Miles Morales in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, I did notice that every single one of his manually controllable air tricks, which can be done by pressing and holding the square button and moving the left analog stick in any direction you choose, are literally one-to-one the exact same as to what we have already previously seen within Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Where even though I can't show you Miles' air tricks within this B-roll footage, I'm not kidding when I say that all of Miles' controllable air tricks are the exact same as to what we previously saw in his own standalone game.
But maybe that's not
honest, that
the
is
last
usually the biggest disappointment that I experienced when playing the game.
Again, this isn't the final build though.
Another big feature that I know a lot of people were wondering if it was going to be included within Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is the addition of more physics-based web-swinging techniques like that of loop.
I didn't think that they would do that.
Running on the ground while holding onto a web line. And unfortunately, neither of those features are incorporated into Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So if you are familiar with the web-swinging system in Insomniac's previous
some of these new animations look good.
You already know what you can generally
It is weird that they don't have new tricks.
Spider-Man 2. But despite seeing,
I guess there's not many that they can do if it's still mapped to square
an enhancement of
and the analog stick.
Previously, my general impression after playing Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is that this is not only shaping up to be the greatest Spider-Man game that has ever been developed, but I also 110% fully believe that this is going to be the absolute pinnacle and the gold standard of superhero video games.
Oh my god, that's what I'm saying. I said that in my last video.
Over at Insomniac and Marvel are truly starting to show us exactly what it means to be greater together.
Jesus,
as we know
this game
full well at this point is that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 isn't merely called that simply because it's the sequel to Spider-Man PS4 and the follow-up to Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, but mainly knowing that this game is fully revolving around two playable Spider-Men, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, each of which have their own individual stories.
God, he had to write this up, man.
Suits, and much, much more. But ever since playing through the entirety of Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales, it's clear as day to see how much heart and soul that Insomniac and Marvel have poured within the
Insomniac games need more superhero. They're gonna become the superhero game studio.
Other than Peter Parker himself of Yuri Lowenthal. Every single time I experienced a scene with Peter wearing the suit, I was completely and utterly enthralled by Yuri Lowenthal's performance, who effortlessly manages to walk a fine line between delivering the overconfident and cocky humor that we know classic Spider-Man.
That's how he discovered the sound,
as well as embodying the completely dark and aggressive nature that the symbiote entails, which is easily the biggest element of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 that I'm looking forward to diving into further.
I'm just here to save my friend.
Whoa. The church. Let's go.
We'll finish this later.
But even with all that said, with Yuri
the church, the iconic church bell scene
said about the entire game's cast. Almost every single character that you know and love from Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales returns here for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, with the addition of expanding the game's core cast. Specifically in the case of Peter Parker and Harry Osborn, where Insomniac have once again managed to put their own unique and fresh twist on the entire Spider-Man lore. And as expected, the same star-studded treatment can be said about Miles Morales, who is played brilliantly by Najee Jeter, who manages to continue delivering an incredibly endearing and
this game was so ready.
All of his scenes, which not only makes it easy for me as a Spider-Man fan.
I don't care what y'all say, the dreads are dope. Y'all gotta stop hating when they do the Killmonger dread style.
Also see exactly how the relationship
maybe they'll be longer by the next game
as the narrative goes on.
It's just a lot right now. So much to take care of in the city. Super stressed about my college essay.
Is she working? Oh no, she's
other stuff.
What's called
and Lee.
Politician.
Lee's still out there. Doesn't that bother you?
But of course, when it comes to playing a video game, experiencing the story is only one piece of the pie. Which now brings me to Marvel's Spider-Man 2's completely updated and upgraded traversal system. And to put all of my thoughts into one sentence alone, is that I for the life of me can't even imagine going back to playing Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales after playing Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
I gotta replay those before this come out because I won't go back to it either.
So much faster. Approximately 1.5 to 2 times the speed in comparison to Insomniac's previous Spider-Man Spider-Man games, where not only have Marvel Spider-Man 2's base web-swinging animations
are these spider bots how you get
refined, but
suits?
Insomniac have without a doubt
Seems like it.
themselves when it comes to Peter Parker's air trick system, where if you thought that
he looks so good.
Peter's brand new tricks, which
He's got Captain America
pretty much going to make your jaw drop to the floor.
Dude, that's fire!
Blown in utter amazement.
The web wings are going to be different per suit.
One air trick in particular that Peter does where he pulls out a Rubik's Cube and solves it while falling to the streets below. Which is only one small example of all the craziness that Peter is now.
I really hope they overhauled Miles's and they just didn't show them yet.
How could we forget the biggest game changer within this game's traversal system with
none
other than the brand new web wing? Well, after witnessing firsthand
it looks so good.
Are capable of within Marvel Spider-Man 2, I think it's safe for me to say that they're going to end up being a lot of people's most favorite part about this game's traversal.
Yeah, I'm gonna be flying all over.
And seamlessly glide throughout the city, as well as flying directly over the various islands' water banks, is easily going to give this game's traversal system a totally different vibe in comparison to Insomniac's.
This is such an interactive looking little side mission.
Another iconic superhero game which features a gliding mechanic with that of the Batman Arkham.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Which Marvel's Web Slinger is able to completely glide throughout the entirety of the city, and Marvel Spider-Man 2 is pretty much a total 180 when compared to Gotham's Cape Crusader. And being able to mix and match various traversal options like web swinging, web winging, parkouring, and wall running.
This is a cool little side mission.
Polished and seamless.
Hopefully, like, the difficulty spikes as you do these, so that way they don't feel repetitive.
Is very welcoming for newcomers to
that's clean.
Of the game, while also having a rather high skill ceiling which takes time to fully master. But the biggest asset that Insomniac uses, which allows the player to fully appreciate all these brand new traversal mechanics,
this looks incredible.
Updated and expanded Marvel's New York map, which now features 2 new islands with Brooklyn and Queens, as well as various other locations like Coney Island, the Emily May Foundation, and more. Where even though you are able to fast travel to different parts of the map, it is undoubtedly way more fun.
I'm gonna have to play this game like 18 times to use all these different suits.
Further by the absolutely drop-dead,
because I gotta play the regular one, the regular suits, the first playthrough.
And its population. In a similar vein to how the District of Harlem did feel a lot more lively and culturally detailed within Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales in comparison to Spider-Man PS4, the same thing can now be said throughout the entire map and all of its districts within Marvel's Spider-Man 2, where every single district and island within Marvel's New York feels authentic to the New York of reality, and is easily the most beautiful and vividly.
Of course, all the black teachers said, "Come look at him, come look at him, little black Spider-Man."
However,
they don't know. No, some of them do know this. Spider-Man black
you might
in Harlem.
Be wondering as to what exactly we will be able to do within the open.
Oh, come on.
Well, don't
let's go.
Because
let's see the fighting. Let's see the parrying.
Not only do we see the return of some staple activities that we've already seen in the previous
Insomniac
games, like that of enemy bases as well as the spider drone missions, but we also have new activities to partake in, like finding fresh collectibles, as well as taking some.
Oh my God! Not in the bathroom at the same time as a person.
Robertson at the Daily Bugle throughout the city, and straight up flying through the skies.
We got some Bugle stuff again.
Raven's drones, which is really going to put your web-wing abilities to the test in the most fun way possible. And like we recently saw in the overview trailer, there is undoubtedly going to be a lot more activities to partake in by the time the game launches. But even with such a beautiful playground to explore, there is still danger lurking around every corner. And when you end up taking control of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, you're pretty much going to be expected
I wonder if he's going to show the
high-flying
character switching
action, which now
I actually kind of like
Spider-Man 2's biggest pillars with that of the combat system, which still feels similar to the previous Insomniac Spider-Man games' combat systems, but this time around has been given a whole new twist, particularly pertaining to the brand new symbiote abilities within Peter's black suit, as well as Miles' brand new Venom powers, each of which can be fully upgraded within their own individual skill trees, but also can be freely customized whenever the player feels like it. For example, even though you will be wearing the black suit as Peter Parker during specific parts of the game's story, you can freely decide to choose which ability you want Peter to have. So even if you are wearing the black suit, but decide that you want to use the Iron Spider arms as one of your special abilities, you can easily decide to to switch that within the game's menu. And vice versa, if you are
okay, so suit tech, gadget, skills, and abilities.
To use the symbiote abilities even while using Peter's default red suit, which is going to make the combat system within Spider-Man 2 a
how does it look if you use it
in comparison to the
does he just kind of get covered
and speaking of
temporarily?
Peter isn't messing around when he's wearing the black suit, where if you build up enough consecutive attacks amongst enemies that you're fighting, you will be able to activate the symbiote surge meter. Where, to put it simply for all you Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions fans out there, is that Insomniac outdid themselves yet again by giving Peter a good old-fashioned rage mode, which not only changes the entire design of Peter's black suit, but it essentially makes every single attack that Peter delivers to his enemies instant knockouts. Which not only look insanely badass, but they also display the aggressive nature of the symbiote personality, as well as showing how the design of the symbiote will evolve over time. But alongside of the symbiote surge's rage mode, we also have brand new abilities for both Peter and Miles in the form of tag team takedowns and the parrying system, where rather than simply dodging enemy attacks, if you do decide to parry an attack, you will be able to instantly counterattack them with a far more damaging blow, which not only comes in handy when you're fighting bigger brute-size enemies, but also when you're dealing with mega boss battles.
There's a environmental damage. You saw the cracks on the ground?
Also thoroughly engaged in a one-on-one boss battle and chase sequence between Black Suit Spider-Man and the Lizard. And when I straight up tell you that I had the biggest goddamn smile on my face when experiencing these I am 110% not joking. As you can see from this B-roll footage, is that all bosses will now come with a health bar, as well as having various layers.
That's lit. I didn't even think about the fact they didn't really have health bars before.
Which is once again another perfect example of seeing how much Insomniac listens to their fan base. You're really gonna have to start using a wide array of abilities and gadgets to try and take these bosses down.
Okay,
and
so
in the case of the Lizard,
it makes it less hit.
Abilities as well as your webbing is really going to be critical to try and take him out as fast as possible. Not to mention that accurately dodging and parrying his attacks is going to be essential towards victory. And additionally, the previous Insomniac Spidey games are chock full of incredible
Let's go!
For the case of Marvel Spider-Man 2, that has undoubtedly been amped up to the nth degree, and is without a doubt some of the most cinematically captivating moments that I have ever experienced in any form of Spidey media to date. Which only gets me thinking exactly what Insomniac is going to pull off by the time we have to—
I wonder what he knows in terms of Venom.
When it comes to being anything close to what we see here with this Lizard chase, I have no doubt in my mind that shape up to be one of the most iconic encounters we've ever seen between Spider-Man and Venom. And I, for one,
I'm turning and looking at the camera.
And everybody, playing Marvel Spider-Man 2 was a dream
This is so good.
And I am being as open and honest as possible that within my entire 25 years of living as a diehard Spider-Man fan,
I can believe this.
Through only a few sequences of Marvel Spider-Man 2 is easily one of the greatest pieces of Spidey entertainment that I've ever had the privilege of experiencing. I genuinely can't thank Insomniac, Marvel, and
hats off to Evan, man. Hats off to everybody who got to play early. I'm excited to check out all the first impressions.
PS4. And seeing how much justice they've done to this character with Peter Parker and Miles Morales throughout each of their individual games.
Great.
And now continuing,
I'm gonna be watching more of these over the weekend.
Spider-Man 2 straight up brings tears to my eyes as a diehard gamer, but also as an immensely passionate Spider-Man fan. And I'm also not kidding when I say that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is easily shaping up to be a Game of the Year contender.
Wall combat.
We're just gonna have to wait and see as to what the final verdict will be by the time the game fully releases worldwide on October 20th. And with all that said, everybody, those are my overall thoughts and impressions of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay that I was able to get my hands on. What do you think of everything
he don't look like he's talking
so far for Marvel Spider-Man 2? And by the time the game releases, what are you looking forward to diving into the most? Is it the story, the combat, the traversal, or potentially anything else? Let me know what you think, and be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy, and for a whole lot more Marvel Spider-Man 2 content coming your way soon.
Connor's getting swag.
Thank you once again to the wonderful folks over at PlayStation and Insomniac for inviting me out to Los Angeles to experience this masterpiece of a game firsthand. But with all that said,
blew off his tail, of course, because it's gonna heal.
Stay spectacular, Spidey fans, and until next time, peace out.
Fire. Shout out to him. Shout out to Evan. Y'all go hit the like button on this video, man. It's great. Yo, everybody, that was fire. I'm even more pumped for more Marvel Spider-Man. Because that one was a little long, I've gotta go. So I'm gonna cut this one. But if you enjoyed this reaction video, if you enjoyed a little bit of my thoughts, let me know down below and I will do some more reactions to a few of other content creators and publications out on my YouTube channel. Maybe even on my Twitch, we'll do like a live stream reaction and I'll throw them over on my highlights channel. Let me know your thoughts. Overall, I gave a few little tidbits throughout that, but it looks like the combat system got an overhaul. Something that he had a con about was Miles having the same trick animations. Crossing my fingers that it's just because they're saving them for a later build. Maybe at the very least in the final build of the game. I caught a few Easter eggs in there. We got the iconic church bell scene. It's typical that when Peter gets the symbiote, how he finds out that he is, you know, weak to sound is by usually a church bell, either through himself or someone else hitting it. And I know a lot of us are really hoping for that iconic Shocker line.
Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
But I wonder if they're gonna substitute that moment with Kraven, because you know in the 90s cartoon he was chasing Shocker in the church. I love the combat system overhauls. I love the traversal overhauls. I'm excited to see what we'll find out in terms of the boss battles in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Now that everyone features a health bar, it's not like you get, you know, 2 rounds of hits and then they move to the next stage. You actually have to drain their health bar down, and it looks similar to stages, almost like a Soulsborne title. Obviously not full-on phases, but when Peter beat down Lizard, you notice his health bar went down, and then when they moved to that wall phase, it went back up. I don't know if that's something that is specific to the Lizard boss battle, because he's a lizard and he can heal. You know, they can be regenerating body parts and stuff. That's why his tail getting blown off wasn't a big deal. Or if that's gonna be something that happens for every boss battle you encounter. If you enjoyed any thoughts that I had, be sure to hit the like button down below. Help us reach new viewers. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. We just crossed 750. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for future videos. And if you're looking for something else to watch, check out my recent video on everything we got at the State of Play just yesterday, right ahead of all these first impressions dropping. As always, I appreciate you for watching this far. My name is Jay Frigid, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.